Okay, let's get started. Today, first of all, hello everyone. My name is Maya Schonbach. I'm a clinical psychologist and I work here at Trichstop. And today we're going to be talking about how this program works. What is Trichstop? What's entailed? The webinar will take about 20 minutes. And I really encourage you guys to write in your questions in the chat throughout. Whenever you have a question, even if you have one now, write it in. And then at the end of the presentation, we'll go through them all together. We'll do a Q&A. If you think of anything else, we'll go through them then. And also, I encourage you guys to stick around because there'll be a promo code for subscribing to the program at the end of the presentation. So stick around for that. So let's get started. Okay. Okay, so Trichstop, what is Trichstop? Trichstop is an online treatment platform that, first of all, it provides you with an expert therapist, one-on-one therapy. It's all done online and it's text-based, so that's important to say. And essentially what happens is we have an online platform with different sessions. We'll go through shortly what the session structure is, what a session is. And you'll go through those individually, but your therapist will be there to support you every step of the way. You'll learn different techniques that really are evidence-based. We'll talk about what that means also. And these are techniques that are there to help you reduce your symptoms of hair pulling and to help you make long-lasting, meaningful change. So really, we'll talk about this in a bit, but you'll learn about the disorder, about hair pulling disorder. You'll learn about your own individual triggers, and you'll practice different techniques to help you alleviate your symptoms. So we'll talk about more in depth about your therapist, but really you'll be matched with a one-on-one therapist who has not only the knowledge, but also the prior experience in treating trichotillomania or treating hair pulling disorder. And they're the ones that they tailor the program, online program, they tailor it to you. And this is something that I cannot stress enough. Regularly communicating with your therapist via our online messaging platform. This is the way that we see you get the best results. So essentially what happens is you will have online sessions, you'll go through them, you'll learn all the techniques, you'll reflect, you'll practice. Your therapist is there, they're supporting you, they're monitoring your progress. And through these exercises and discussions, they will be able to tailor the program specifically to your needs. So it really, really is important to your important to your healing. And I want to talk about specifically, we have two different programs. We have a personal program that is meant for those that are age 15 and older. And then we have a parent program for those who have children that that pull hair, trichotillomania. And for children who are 14 years and younger, we have a parent program that we want the parents to enroll in. And basically what this program does is it provides age-appropriate modifications to the evidence-based techniques that we use in this program. And it also provides some suggestions on how to communicate with your child who is suffering from hair pulling disorder. So if you have any questions about that, let me know, write them into the chat, but those are our two main programs. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the session structure. Oops. See this? Okay. So every session looks different, but there is a core structure to all of them. So really how we start is you start by learning. This is the fundamental way we know that helps treat hair pulling disorder. So you'll learn the fundamental concepts about the disorder. You'll learn how to, you'll learn different techniques on how to relieve your symptoms. You'll learn about your own you'll learn how to identify and learn about your own personal triggers, and how to be aware really of your symptoms. And then based on that, you'll be able to modify your behavior and in the future reduce your symptoms. So exercises and assignments. So throughout the sessions, you're going to be introduced to different techniques, and you'll practice the techniques. So for example, breathing techniques or self-monitoring. That's a huge one that is the base of a lot of our techniques is self-monitoring. So first of all, these techniques are often used using our specialized tools that are all online also, or in the app. And so then throughout the sessions, you'll be provided with exercises to practice, and then to practice these techniques. And then at the end of each session, you'll be given assignments to practice until you get the next session. And what happens is that your therapist, they monitor your practice. So they have access to your tool. They can see your tools. They can see how often, for example, you're self-monitoring. They can see what you write in terms of your answers that you're writing to them. Also, it's a reflection for yourself, but it's also for them. And then they can respond. And really, this is helpful to fine-tune your practice to help you get to maximize what you get out of this practice. And that's really the core of what we're providing here. Providing also the techniques and the knowledge and the sessions, but also you're getting an expert therapist. And this is something that's invaluable for healing. So I also want to talk about reflection and discussion. So throughout the sessions, you're also going to be provided with different questions to reflect on the material that you've learned, the techniques that you practice, the concepts that you've learned. And so you write into the platform your answers, and then your therapist reviews these and responds. And this really provides, we call these discussions, they provide a jump off point for discussions. And remember, like I said, regular communication, the more you communicate, the better results you'll see. So really, this is good jump off points to really engage with the material, engage with your therapist, and ultimately get meaningful, long-lasting change. Something that I do want to say, this is very comprehensive. This is a lot. And so we suggest dedicating a certain amount of time every single day to working on this program. Because really, what we see is that the more that you invest in this program, the more progress you see. So I do want to highlight that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about our therapists. So like I said, all our therapists are skilled expertise in this specific area of hair pulling disorder. And I don't know if any of you have tried to find somebody that specializes in it. Not the most common area of expertise. It's not like finding someone that specializes in anxiety and depression. This is a very specific disorder, and we have expert therapists in this. So, like I said, all of your communication is done online. It's all text-based. And this is important for me to say that it's done on our platform, but you can receive email notifications. So you'll know when your therapist responds to you. So that's important. And you might be thinking, okay, my therapy, it's usually done like face-to-face or on Zoom, at least in 2024. What is this text-based communication? It is effective. This is something for me. This is important for me to say. It's very effective. Because first of all, you're not sitting in your appointment worrying, oh no, I need to remember everything that she says. Did she say it like this? Did she say me to practice the technique like this? I don't remember. You have it all written there. You know what exactly the therapist said. You know what you asked. You can write to them in the middle of the night and they can respond in the morning. Talk about this in a bit. And something really cool that clients have done is that they've taken screenshots of the communication, important insights or important things of communication with their therapist, and they've saved it either as their wallpaper, background of their phone or their computer, or something that you can even do is you can print it out, if you have a printer, and stick it on a refrigerator, or put it in if you pull your hair frequently in the bathroom, stick it on the mirror, specific areas, put it up. And so this is really great because it's some concrete thing that you can take from your therapist and you have it with you. So like I said, communication is done on writing. You can write to your therapist all the time. Like I said, the more you communicate with them, the better. But your therapist will typically respond within 24 hours on the week, during the week, and on weekends. They're on weekend, but they will typically respond to you Monday morning. And so, like I said, we basically provide you with these sessions, and then your therapist, they customize the program to suit your individual needs. So if they see through these conversations with your therapist, through these discussions, and through seeing how you work, they can assign you different sessions. We'll talk about our additional sessions later, but tailor the program to fit your specific needs. And again, we're therapists. We all are human too. We all have different backgrounds, different specific training. So if you're interested in a different area, ask our therapist. Our therapists are very flexible, and we're here for you. So if you are interested in a specific area or want to work on something else, talk to your therapist about it, because they're here so they can customize the program. It's very flexible. Okay, so let's talk about theories and techniques. So I think I threw out the word evidence-based techniques before, and you might be saying, what is this? But essentially it just means that these are techniques that are based in sound academic research. And these have been proven to be the most effective at treating hair pulling disorder. That's very important to us. So the two main ones that we use is HRT, if you've heard of it, or habit reversal training. And also we use ACT, or acceptance and commitment therapy. So I'll talk a little bit about these evidence-based techniques next, but if you want to know more, it's interesting to you, can learn these for years. But we have full dedicated webinars specifically on these techniques. You can find them on our YouTube pages, on our websites. So if you type in YouTube Trichstop HRT or Trichstop ACT, you'll find those. But I'll do a short review right now. So HRT, or habit reversal training, this was really the first treatment that was explicitly designed for treating BFRBs. And BFRB is kind of the umbrella term for body-focused repetitive behaviors. And BFRBs, it includes not just hair pulling disorder, but it also includes skin picking disorder, nail biting, tics, thumb sucking. And so essentially it treats anything that's repetitive, repetitive behavior that's focused, like you do with your body. And so really a key element to HRT is, first of all, becoming aware of your pulling. And then you try to identify specific triggers that you have, and then to find healthier habits that you can use to replace the behavior of hair pulling. And so really studies show that this is something that really works to reduce the behavior of the hair pulling disorder itself. But this is here only the start of your journey with us in Trichstop. Because we also use something called ACT, or acceptance and commitment therapy. And so this is another evidence-based technique that we use. And really, it's one of the most popular forms of third wave CBT, or third wave cognitive behavioral therapy, that is used today. And it helps millions of people around the world integrate acceptance and integrate their values and integrate mindfulness into their daily lives. And kind of the way I like to look at this is with HRT, you learn how to deal with the behavior itself, modify the behavior itself. And then with ACT, so a way that we like to look at hair pulling disorder often is as it's a coping mechanism. It's a coping technique for dealing with uncomfortable, difficult emotions. It's not a healthy technique, but it is a technique, it's a mechanism. But with ACT, you learn how to cope with your difficult emotions in a healthier way, and cope with these emotions that actually often lead to the pulling itself. So this is kind of, this and HRT together, they kind of fit like a puzzle and help you really make long-lasting change. It's not like a plaster, it's not like a Band-Aid that's going to help you reduce your symptoms for the next week. It's something that's going to make you have long-lasting change. And you're working with a therapist that's an expert in this. So they're really here to go deep with you. They're not here to just, okay, do ABC. You can read that on the website. They're here to help get at the core of the issue. And again, I want to say we just breezed through ACT and HRT. So if you want to learn more about them, we have dedicated webinars for those. If you look up at trichstop.com or on our YouTube pages, Trichstop YouTube channel, you can find HRT and ACT. Okay, so I mentioned briefly that we have additional sessions. So we have this core program that we want all of our clients to go through because these are the core elements of evidence-based techniques of HRT and ACT. But we also have other additional sessions that really they go deeper, they explore other techniques, more advanced techniques. And through your discussion with your therapist, they might notice that you have a need or an interest in a certain area. We all have strengths, we all have weaknesses. They might see a sense of weakness in a certain area, and they might say, here, we have this session for you on this. For example, they have additional techniques, additional sessions with more advanced techniques, for example, in mindfulness, more advanced meditations. We have sessions on emotion regulation, working on boundary setting. Maybe like the difficult emotions come up a lot in interpersonal relationships. So maybe your therapist will assign these sessions to you. So again, yeah, it's depending on your individual needs. And then something that I really, really want to emphasize is that we have these amazing support groups that are also virtual, that are led by really skilled therapists. And these are offered to anyone that subscribes to our program. And it's just such a valuable resource because you're sitting with people that understand what you're going through and are going through the same treatment process as you. So you can share your experience, give your tips to each other, support each other, and really you encourage one another. And all of this is facilitated by an expert therapist. So this is just a very, very valuable resource that we really encourage our subscribers to use. All right, will it work? I'm sure you're dying to know. So I'm happy to say that within 3 weeks, 73% of our clients do experience symptom reduction. Within 3 months, they experience a 41% reduction in symptom intensity. This is on average. And 93% of clients who finish the main modules of the program, they recommend it to other users. So this is very, very positive feedback that we've seen. And this is also not based on all our clients, but based on the ones that have finished the main aspects of the program. So that is important for me to say. Okay. Payment. So Trichstop, it's a subscription-based program. It costs $260 every 4 weeks. And it does renew until you cancel it. That is important for me to say. So you might be saying, Maya, $260, it sounds pretty expensive. But if you're comparing this with traditional therapy costs on average $600 a month, sitting with a therapist once a week. Here, you are paying $260 and you have access to your therapist as often as you want. You can write to them all day, every day, and they respond to you within a day too. So this is invaluable. You have this at your fingertips. We also provide personalized tools to really implement all of these evidence-based techniques that you're going to be learning. And like I said, finding a therapist with expertise in treating hair-pulling disorder is very difficult. I don't know if you've tried, but it's not easy to find this. So like I said, all of our therapists are specialized in this. Here you'll see we have a $100 discount. I wrote this at the end of our presentation also, so don't worry about it yet. But you get a $100 discount for the first month of subscription. So you have this promo code PROWEB100. I'll show it again shortly. Okay, so last thing before we get into some questions is some free resources. So these are some things that we provide that are available to everyone. They're available to those who subscribe, but also to those who haven't yet subscribed. So we have monthly webinars. So like I said, the ones on ACT and HRT, This month, our clinical lead is providing one. Next month, I'm going to be providing one. We have, and they're on very different topics. We have FAQ webinars. We have community-based webinars. So we really have like a very strong online knowledge-based community going on. In terms of online forums and blogs, if you check out our website, trichstop.com, you have that available for you there. You can ask questions, interact with other people, going through similar things, and gain knowledge. You can, our expert therapists, they go through and respond to people. So you can write there. And then also our social media platform, it's just a great place for community. So we have Facebook groups, Instagram, TikTok. You can follow us at trichstop.com. And really that's, like I said, it's a great place for community, a great resource for information, treatment options. So I encourage you guys to check that out. Okay, so now, first of all, thank you all for attending. And if you have questions, I don't see that anyone's written in any yet, but I really encourage you guys to write in any questions that you have. I'll answer them now. Here is the $100 discount. Again, for the first month of subscription, use the promo code PROWEB100. It's right here at the bottom. And if you have any questions and you don't feel comfortable asking now in this forum, send me an email, send customer support an email, and we'll get back to you. So here I see somebody wrote in a question. Okay, great question. How long do people usually remain in the program? Such a varying, it's so individual. I can't really answer. It can take a few months. I would dedicate I would sign up for 1 month and see how it goes, but people take a few months to go through the sessions and you build a rapport with your therapist. So typically we're talking about months, not years. Let's start with that. But yeah, it's very individual. So it's hard for me to say, but you can sign up and see how your first month goes. That was a great question. Are there others? I didn't mention, but you can also sign up for our newsletter. We have a newsletter also. You can look on our website, look that up, and sign up for that. And then through our newsletter, you can also find updates about our different webinars. Those are also on our website and on our social media. Next question is, we have read on your webpage that you recommend for 14-year-old both adult and parent sessions. How does that work? That's an option. I don't know if we recommend that. I don't know if that's the wording. Maybe it is. But if that's the case, if you have a 14-year-old that they want, so essentially that what I think in that sense, they were saying that the 14-year-old, if they have a high literacy level, because it's on the kind of the border between 14 and 15, if they have a high literacy level, they feel like they're motivated and able to do it, then they can go through the program themselves, the personal program. And then you could go through the parent program in order to be there and support them and understand yourself, understand the hair pulling disorder and be there to support them. If this is the case, definitely contact our customer support. I have the email written here, support@trichstop.com. And they will talk to you about getting a discount because we don't want you paying full price for both personal and the program. But definitely email them because that is a very specific scenario. I know I think it has been done in the past. That's why they wrote that on the website, but that's what we mean. Let me know if you have more questions about that. And then the next question was, you can also take online personal sessions with your therapist instead of just texting. Do you mean video sessions? If you mean video sessions, then we do have an option. So I talked about the $260 every 4 weeks with our text-based as often as you want communication with your therapist. That's our main program. That's what the majority of people sign up for. We do offer upgraded plans if you want to have video chats. There is an upgraded plan that you can do every other week, a video session, every week, a video session. Every other week, I believe it costs $300 every 4 weeks. Every other week, every week costs $360 every 4 weeks. But these are honestly, these are rarer. We recommend definitely starting with the $260 base online communication as often as you want. And then we have, we also do have downgraded sessions. So if you want just therapist access once a week, so you can write to them as often as you want, but they respond to you just once a week. We also have that option that is $120 every 4 weeks. We do have some flexibility, some range there, but we do recommend starting with the main base package and then seeing how you go, and then you can always talk to your therapist. Can I upgrade? I think I would benefit from some video sessions. Next question is, how about time zone? Do you have therapists available in GMT+4 or CET? We have therapists from all over the world. In Europe, in North America, we have therapists from all over the world, and that's the beauty of the text-based communication, is that they respond to you by text. So you'll be seeing this, maybe even if you're not in the, like, ideally we match people according to time. So that is our main goal. But if we don't have somebody exactly GMT+4, I'm trying to figure out what time that would be right now. But if we do not have somebody specifically in that, then in the exact hour, then they respond to you typically. It's by text, so you'll get it while you're sleeping, or before you go, like before you wake up, something like that. So there is also, that's the beauty of the text base, so that it's flexible. We have a couple more minutes. Are there any other questions? They're really great questions, guys. And again, if you think of anything else, and afterwards, really send me an email, my@helpingminds.com, or contact our customer support, and we'll get back to you very, very quickly. And yeah, if you have anything more personal, more clinical questions that you want to ask, that you don't feel comfortable in this forum, send me an email and I will get back to you. Okay. Anything else? One more. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Great. Okay. Well, I hope everybody has a good rest of the day. And be in touch if you have any questions. Bye.